are the purest. These beats are the purest.
Welcome in, everyone, to our Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 6. We have a great matchup for you tonight with the Chi-Town Chillers taking on the Tulua Toucanets. My name is Nave, joined alongside Mistletoe. Mistletoe, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Um, I'm feeling good. I said it the last 3 times I've casted. I promise you, this is not gonna be a 3-0. I am 3 for 3, by the way. Yeah, I'm excited. These are two very, very good teams. I'm very excited for this. And I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, starting us off here, we are going to be going to Coliseo as picked by the Chillers. Interesting map 1 selection. Toucanets banning out the cast first. Chillers going to ban the Lucio in response. I was a little surprised by this Lucio ban, Mistletoe. Do you really have any idea why they might do this here on map number 1?
I have zero clue. This is some scram secret. I don't know.
Yeah, not really sure what this does. I thought the cast ban obviously makes a lot of sense with what the Toucanets want to run here. Looking at the two rosters here, we're going to start out, of course, Epic Shock on the tank. Going to be starting with Dong Wagler here as Intervent. Currently not in the lobby, so not sure if we'll see any of him today. The Chillers, they're going to start with Frustrator in on the hit scan, Fish on the tank. So kind of their standard brawl look we've seen from the Chillers most of this season. You know, Fish really comes into play these brawl tanks. They swap in Spicy to play more of the dive look. But into the ball, it would be quite an interesting matchup.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Yep. And we are just gonna, get right into the lobby. These teams not wasting any time. Well, a little bit. It took us a while for the lobby to even get open, but since the lobby's been open, we've been fairly quick with going through this pick ban phase. So I'm appreciative of that, at least for the teams, as we're gonna start here on Coliseo for map number 1. You know, the importance of this game I think the winner of this game will be the top of the group. Of course, I think these teams are already both guaranteed to be in playoffs because they've done so strong already. However, Toucanets may not be. If the Toucanets lose, I think there's a chance they might fall out. But top of the group definitely is important. Something both of these teams want to play for. And it is going to be the ball look to start here for Epic Shock. No surprises at all.
I'm surprised by Booney's off Jetpack Cat. Booney was on Jetpack Cat.
I would have loved to see Booney Jetpack Cat. I don't think he's played it this season. I think that's just some troll. We have seen the Mizuki a fair amount from him, and this Lucio ban kind of forces him onto the Mizu. Still not a bad pick into the ball. Of course, hitting a chain whenever Epic Shock is trying to dive could shut him down a lot here. But actually, Fish on this Sigma, I think, is a more interesting look, as he can't really do much to stop the ball. Maybe one good rock, but outside of that, there's not much that Fish can really do to interact with it. And you see here, Epic Shock just putting a lot of pressure on the backline, force the TP and the Suzu out from basket, and he's just rolling through here. The members of the Chillers can't really do much to stop him. However, Fish is just kind of stealing the cart in the meantime.
Yeah, the cart already at 20 meters. A pretty sizable distance for no kills coming through.
Yeah, I mean, Fish just kind of staying on this cart, nothing really stop him, and takes down Baka to get the first pick going here. Another nice rock back there onto Epic Shock. Doesn't quite get the kill on the ball, but does force him completely out of the fight. Now turns his attention over to Andrew. Sure enough, Vind gonna follow that up with the kill. And so the Chillers, they're just doing a good job stabling, pushing this cart, and they've almost got the checkpoint already.
The bridge. Sorry.
Epic Shock slamming in, but just no follow-up from anyone else. He's just taking too many bolts here from Frustrator. He does get taken out by Sonicronic there. Just a little too hubris, flying up to the air, half HP. Nice job by the captain to shut him down. And so maybe this is the opportunity for the Toucanets now just to stabilize. They do finally pick up the kill onto Fish, and the bike into the back line is good from Sonicronic to pick up the rest of the kills. So Toucanets finally getting their feet on the ground here, getting the fight win, and hopefully start their own push.
Definitely. Alt Bank looking pretty even. Slight advantage of the side of the Toucanets, it looks like.
See if the Toucanets can use their ult advantage here to really push for something. It's a nice anti onto Frustrator, but the follow-up not quite there. Minefield's even better, though, from Epic Shock. Fish, not really anywhere for him to go except walking into the mines. And the follow-up from the rest of the team is good. And so another fight win in a row here for the Toucanets, looking to threaten this checkpoint as well. Booney is going to get staggered a little bit. That's even better for them. And a cheap fight, too. They only had to use the minefield to do it.
Yeah, but we have now another 4 ults, actually. Concerning Rush, Nano Boost, Rocket Rush, and that 3, which with any combo of those two should clear out the lobby.
Sonicronic bike right into the face of Vin, shuts down the Tracer. I don't think he was ready for it. Follows up with the slam from Epic Shock. The nano boosted ball, getting the second onto Booney. However, there was 2 trays the other side of the fight, and so Sonicronic now going to use the spree to try to secure it. Flies into the air, look for Frustrator. The right click executes, going to be good. It's a 3K now for Sonic, but no one else on the team really can do anything of their own. And so Fish still on this cart, unbothered, full HP. And they're going to get the bot back here towards the center. Kind of an even fight. It was expensive for the Toucanets there. They used 3 ults just to lose. And so now the Chillers in a good opportunity to extend their lead here should they win this next fight.
The ball's now caught on the side angle. I'm not quite sure what to do.
Ooh, Epic Shock. So low in the back line, but actually it's Baka who finds a nice nade from downtown to get the first kill on the basket, and Fish dies in the middle of his flux. It's disaster. They had the ults to work with, but that first pick off, and the disaster results on Fish there. Toucanet's going to stabilize. Fish is actually just going to swap off the Sig over to the Orisa. I like this pick a lot better. Sig just kind of gets ran through. The Ori has the gold, has the spear. A little bit more displacement on the ball.
Definitely the part out under the bridge. One of the hardest points to contest here. She'll take this though. The Mizuki ult is extended though. Extended for the fight.
Just stabilizes Fish on point, able to get the trade on the Sonic to 4 for 4 now, but Epic Shock has the minefield just to deny all the space on Cart. Fish, he's just going to shoot the mines, but can't really do much more than that. It's a nice spear, though! Gets Epic Shock off the map. Frustrator's going to steal the credit for that, but that was all Fish for that one. It's a 2K for the Freya. A little fake. Another nice bola. Not bola, but a nice bolt shot onto Dong Waggler. They don't give up the checkpoint. Crucial fight win there for the Chillers.
Yeah, well, that wasn't using the Toucanets loss. That was the ball ult, which is not quite the slowest ult in the game. We built it around a fighter too, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And now on the Reaper.
Yeah, man, taping up to the high ground, just putting some pressure onto Sonic, making sure that, you know, he's not able to do whatever he wants. But no one's marking Epic Shock, though. And so this ball still in the backline, causing problems. Takes down Booney. Just rolling on point now. This perk that he has, the extra damage onto the tanks, just is so hard to deal with. You know, Fish, every time he gets rollover, it's like 120 damage or some ridiculous number. And see it paying dividends here. Epic Shock, he used his ult last fight, and he's already up to 84% of it again here. Now truly threatening this checkpoint.
I don't think you saw Booney. Booney's holding the corner. Epic Shock rolled right past the Mizuki.
A little hit in there, didn't quite see him. Slam onto Vind on point. TP Suzu is there, had the Wraith as well, but the follow-up from Sonic Ronic, the spree into the back, does finish off Booney. Vind does get the Wraith timing back, and now Fish using the Terra Surge just to make sure that Sonic cannot get away. It's only Epic Shock alive here. Has the E, gets the health pack as well. And so he's just going to stall it out here, but he's not going to be able to win this fight, so eventually he's going to have to back up.
For a ball player, backup sometimes means just marking the card when you have that when you have your E available.
Chiller is still holding on to a slight lead here. Anti onto Fish is just going to run away with that. The help of that Fortify. Sonic super low. A lot of members of the Toucanets hiding in that corner there. Vince sees it. Now he's going to TP into the middle of the minefield. Does pop the Blossom. Catches out Andrew here. Doesn't see the Dongwaggler still above him. Dongwaggler never went down to the ground. Vin thought he would. And Dong never did. And so he gets the kill onto the Reaper. Booney using the Sanctuary, trying to keep the rest of the Chillers nice and healthy on this point. So far, it's doing a good job. Now it's expired, and Dongwaggler goes down to Frustrator. The bolts are good. Advantage now for the Chillers. Epic Shock stalling the point for as long as he can. And long enough for Andrew to come back in with the Kitsune Rush, but Epic Shock still gets caught out there. So even though the Kitsune Rush is on point here for the Toucanets, they're losing the fight. And the Chillers in a great opportunity to extend their lead.
What we need from the Toucanets here is a big Dongwaggler Rocket Barrage. Pretty much all they can do. No other else in the bank.
Ooh. Frustrator gets hunted down there. Sonic Ronic into the backline, gets the Mega to stay nice and healthy. So maybe that's good here for the Toucanets, already up 1, but Epic Shock once again getting speared out there by Fish. And so this Orisa is just paying dividends. It's so hard for Epic Shock to play on this point. Under threat of those spears, this lead starting to become considerable now. It was close before, but 40 meters already ahead are the Chillers, and they were looking for more. Kitsune Rush out here from Basket. Spear good onto Andrew as well. Barrage from Dongwaggler trying to kill Fish, but he has the Javelin spin to stay alive. Slam in from Andrew is not going to find much, and this lead is starting to become almost unbeatable now for the Toucanets.
Yeah, the hard part is they only have to go. They don't only have to go 60 meters, but the entire way back, where the
Finn
controllers have held.
tried to go for like a sneaky play there, but it gets spotted out. Sonic did use his own ult just to make sure that the Reaper went down. Fish also using the Terror Surge on point. Maybe they want those 2 ults back to the Chillers, because now they start overtime. The lead is, 70 plus meters, but the ult bank not looking fantastic for them, so if there's any hope for the Toucanets, they gotta make use of the ults that they have.
Yes, they do. Big Shock taking some early space on the Wrecking Ball. Spin is used. Fish to ward off the ball.
Slam in, Booney, a lot of trouble. It was a nice bike from downtown Sonic, but the part, it gets stolen away! Sonic can't get to it in time! Fish, the sneaky play on the cart. Oh, what a way to end it. Losing the fight, but they're playing the objective. They got the mind games going. The Chillers take map 1.
Not a great start with the C9, but not even a C9. I mean, yeah.
I think you can call it a C9. I think you can.
Yeah.
They
Not
were
the
winning
best
that
start
fight.
of the series.
Tough loss there for the Toucanets. That was their cast band too, one of the strongest bands, for this ball team. Chillers showing that they can deal with the ball. They know how to deal with it. We'll see if the Toucanets can adapt in map number 2 after a short little break. Don't go anywhere. More Aurora Esports continues after this. Welcome back, everyone, to our Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 6. The Chad Talon Chillers did a very good job of marking out Epic Shock on the ball, leading them to take the victory on map number 1 in Colosseo. We move over to Blizzard World now. Map number 2, as picked by the Toucanets, Chillers going to ban Kiri with their first ban, Toucanets banning Reaper with the second. We're also going to have some roster swaps as well here. Spicy coming in to play tank here. Booney sitting on the bench. Fish going to move over to support, and Infant are going to swap in for Dong Waggler. Mistletoe, how are you feeling about these bans?
I don't hate them. I think Kiriko ban's always good if your Kiri player is okay with it. And the Reaper ban is just makes sense. I think the Vind Reaper has been really good.
Yeah, I think he was sneaky, a big success there on map number 1. Also, I mean, if you look here, Vind listed his most played hero is Mei. Reaper, another one of the heroes he's played a lot of this season. And not both of them not fantastic on Blizzard World. Of course, banning out the Reaper like Mei is. I mean, I'm someone who thinks Mei can be run everywhere, but it's a map where there isn't really as many locations to really get great walls. And so I'm really interested to see what Vind is going to play here.
I know he's played a little bit of Tracer. That might be the play.
Yeah, he did play some Tracer at map number 1 as well. And I think I've seen Genji from him too. So maybe he plays more of the Tracer. It's quite possible.
He did list his top like 2 was Reaper, Mei, and then played a lot of Tracer.
Yeah.
It should be fair, Tracer doesn't really count as a hero.
Tracer is its own category. Oh, I thought we got baited there a little bit. I thought we were in map, but they sent us back to lobby. I think they missed the Reaper ban. Of course, classic NA host. Everyone point and laugh at Sonic Chronic for being a poor host.
True.
Also like to shout out Andrew. Thank you for the 3 months. Of course, you shouldn't be watching the stream because you're playing the game, but
get out of the stream now, Andrew.
Get out of the stream. Thanks for the 3 months, but get out of the stream. Cheater. We are going to get into Blizzard World here. Toucanets going to start on the defense. This is, I think, one of their strongest maps. My team scrimmed the Toucanets quite recently, and this ball defense on point A is so difficult because your backline is constantly getting hit as they try to walk through this choke, and Intervent can just play really far away along with Baka on this Ana. I think honestly this Kiri ban could almost help the Toucanets because Baka can play this Ana from a really long range and just be a massive problem.
Definitely. You can get the comps. 2 Anas. There's being the Mizuki and the Brig. Interesting.
TP out from Vind. They're going to stay on the Symmetra, so it's an interesting look here for the Chillers. They're going with the Sim TP strats. Fish playing the Brig that he has piloted so much this season whenever he's on support. Frustrator's getting a little split, though. Has to be careful not to get taken down by Epic Shock Slam. Not quite connecting there. And so Frustrator is going to get out with their life. And now the TP into the back onto the point. But Frustrator still getting left behind here. The TP, it's a nice idea, but it was read all the way there by the Toucanets. And they're going to have to try something different.
Epic Shock with a beautiful push. Just everyone off that TP.
Oh, and Spicy loses mech. Horrible. That's such a late stagger. They're just going to leave the baby, so Spicy's going to have to walk back to spawn and swap characters.
I spoke to Spicy before this game, and he said, I'm working at the 3-1 factory, and I always lose map 1 or 2.
Slam in, catches 4 members of the Chillers. The Epic Shock just running through everyone. It's a nice chain, though. Fish catches them out there. They get the punish. Good adaptation there by the Chillers. The chain, the Mizu swap does wonders. And that's going to let them get this first point cap surely. Baka's getting chased out here by Vind. Has the health pack, but was spicy here as well. Leon eventually going to get staggered out a little bit late there. Epic Shock's back. Maybe could go for a touch, but he's not going to have any team with him. And so in the end, yeah, he's just going to have to give it up.
I think Vind is still going for it. Not quite chasing all the way out, but still on point B. Oh, but goes down to Andrew. Now with Steva.
Sonic Ronic is just taking the angle on the side and just kind of gotten his kills. Both DPS here for the Toucanets just getting their value. And they're going to get a nice hold here so they can set up to potentially hold this choke. Sonic's taking a long rotation back to the high ground. So we'll see here. A lot of ults coming up for both teams. Almost 5 online for the Toucanets. Fish still a little bit a ways from his sanctuary there. Spicy gonna get nanoed into the back line, looking for intervent. Does pick up the kill with the help of Frustrator, but the spree in the back line from Sonic Ronic just gets anti-naded by Basket. They shut that one down so quickly. Maybe a little ambitious to go for that one when all 5 members of the Chillers were looking at him. And any more late staggers could just be the second point cap. Epic Shock still causing problems in the back line, but it's a nice sleep there by Basket, and Baka is kind of mispositioned here. It is a nano boost onto Epic Shock to make sure this ball lives, but the man advantage is so numerous here for the Chillers. Both Sanctuaries on point. They're trying to keep this going. The Toucanets are, but the numbers just do not favor them. And second point cap coming very quickly for the Chillers. A 4-minute 30 time bank here on third point.
Definitely. He's still with the Diva Bomb, probably going to be used to remake. Frustrator also with this Bola can be very strong against the Wrecking Ball.
Gets the shot there into Baka. Spicy was in for the follow-up as well. And another with the Bola. Frustrator. 2 picks to start this fight here. This Freya has been absolutely electric here for the Chillers. It's a 3K now for Frustrator. Looking for intervent as well. Doesn't quite connect there. Eventually the Menace gets taken down by Sonic Ronic. But doesn't mean the Chillers are done here. Nano boost onto Spicy into the back line. They pick up intervent. Spicy now got 2 supports in front of them. See what they could do about it though, as the chain. A little worrisome from Andrew there, and Epic Shock is here for the peel as well. So Spicy can't go too aggressive, just forced to sit this front line. It's a nice anti from Baka, hit onto both supports of the Chillers. And the follow comes through. What a nice anti-nade there from Baka. Completely winning the fight there for the Toucanets.
He's able to escape with his back, but it's not where you want to be. Vin now on the Cassidy. Frustrator about to have Bola. We'll have to see. The ball is marked by seen by Spicy. Not quite enough. The bomb's still available.
Slam in. And Bola connects there from intervent onto Basket. Epic Shock running through here, looking for Vind in the back line. The roll stuck in the corner here. Misses the drive-by. And the DM is good there from Spicy to keep Vind alive a little bit longer. The peel comes through as well. So the cast gets out with their life. Another chain, though, onto Spicy. And Intervent has won the Freya duel on the other side of the fight. And so the Toucanets still holding on for now. It was a 4.5-minute time bank. It's already half gone. And the Toucanets have a lot of ults here. So this is looking very holdable.
I don't know what to say, but possible Pokeball?
We'll see. Pokebomb on the table, but Spicy's just going to do it with the micro missiles instead. Nano boost once again coming through. the other side from Baka, but that one didn't find as much value as Spicy just without the nano. Still, more trades favoring the defense. Sonic Bike, close range, hits onto Fish, but it's not going to do enough to get the kill. Sanctuary from Andrew, but the entire fight is happening outside of that, you know, safe field. Epic Shock slept up here, going to get taken down. And now here is the opportunity for the Chillers. They have 4 ults in hand here, looking to close out this. They still have a ways to go, so the touch is going to be easy for the Toucanets, but they're walking into a lot of ultimates. Ola out first there, not connecting from Frustrator. Mine's on point from Epic Shock, but the High Noon is good. The Sanctuary to keep everyone alive. The number of ults just a bit too strong. Sonic Ronic going for the spree. Does catch 2 before getting taken down. And with the respawn advantage here for the Toucanets, any trade will favor the defending team here. Spicy forced into using the bomb, but doesn't quite get back into mech there. Intervent Andrew teaming up for that one. 22 seconds left now, and Vind eventually going to go down. Basket getting taken late here. It's last point desperation now for the Chillers. Fish, Frustrator, they're alive, but they need to touch the point. Frustrator going to TP on through here. Trying to get there, has the health pack, but all 5 members of the Toucanets are looking at this poor little Tracer. It is Fish to get the last touch here, and a trade from Vin means that it's still potentially a winnable fight here for the Chillers. Another sleep onto Epic Shock, but Spicy is so low on the cart, the healing not available to keep the Orisa alive. And I believe it is going to be the Toucanets holding on here. It was a heroic 3rd point defense to hold the Chillers.
Definitely. Now comes the hard part for the Toucanets. They have to attack on Blizzard World. I think there's a lot of angles that Frustrator can take that the Spicy tank, the Diva, can just protect a lot better than the Epic Shock Ball, and I think that will come into play here.
Look at some of the stats from the first round. Both tanks, lowest stats in the lobby there. Spicy, 21 and 2, looking pretty good on that Diva.
Ready for battle.
Definitely.
See if there's any swaps here. We're looking like no to start. Vind actually is actually going to start on the Shion instead of the Sim or the Tracer or the Cass.
Yeah, opting to go straight to the Shion. No need for the TP stuff. Definitely. Epic Shock, of course, still on ball. Whoa. Epic Shock wrecking ball. Shocker.
Would you expect anything else from this guy?
Probably not.
Probably not, indeed.
He played Winston in Pugs one time, I guess.
Yeah, I think he plays Winston if Ball's banned, but if Ball's not banned, he's just gonna play Ball.
Indeed.
And so, yep.
High ground being held by Ana Mizuki's holding down the high ground.
Epic Shock does get the nice slam in, though, an anti to follow up from Baka. Basket gets taken down early there. Maybe a mistake for the Chillers to hold so far forward. Usually, when you see this point being held, the Ana is playing this back high ground, but Basket was playing up close, and it's just a little too easy for Epic Shock to get the slam. Baka the nade follow up, and Toucanets getting the first cap so quickly.
What I think happened was Andrew and Baka were holding the close Fish and Basket were holding the close high ground, but Fish got a little bit too far away from the Ana to keep them alive. Ooh, big chain. Chain tries to hold them in place, not quite enough. Sonic Chronic on the high ground to get a pick here, but
Epic Shock actually gets the first for his team instead. This payload moving strong. 4 members actually from the Toucanets all standing on it. You only need 3. I don't know if did they know that? You only need 3 to get max speed. Anyways, they're gonna sit with 4, just keeping this payload going. And Nano Boost onto Epic Shock, slam in towards Fish. Basket so low as well. Both supports for the Chillers hanging on for dear life, and eventually they're gonna fall. Basket to first, Fish soon to follow. Andrew with a 2K, taking down Spicy as well. And this defense is falling apart quickly for the Chillers.
Yeah, a little bit of copium. I think the Chillers comp is a lot better on third. But that being said, it's still 5 minutes on the clock. Or 6 minutes on the clock now.
Bolo came in there from Intervent, trying to look for, maybe a little sneaky pick onto one of the supports. Doesn't quite connect, but both supports are stuck in the stairwell. Sonic is fighting them. Needs the shots on Basket, doesn't hit the shots on Basket. They do win that out. Another nade as well as Ana's clutching up. Both Anas are fighting in the stairwell. I don't know what's going on. Baka had the nade, doesn't need to hit the shots. Can hit that one. It's a big AoE splash. Baka's still here. Spicy knows as well. Epic Shock trying to keep their Ana alive. Seems like Baka's gonna live too as well. Sanctuary out here from Fish. Counter Sanctuary is better from Andrew. Keeping everyone on the Toucanets nice and healthy. Vin going through with the spree, but he gets shut down quickly there. The Toucanets do a good job of turning around for that one, and the follow-up kills are good as well. It's a complete team white. Basket gonna get taken down late here, and that might just do it. The payload only has to go another 10 meters. Someone needs to get the touch. Vind is there. The chain is good from Andrew. And the Tulua Toucanets gonna tie up a series 1-1.
Yeah, that's second. The attack of the Toucanets look like a whole different game. 2 different teams. Insane switch up.
Play the game here from Basket. This was this incredible duel from Sonic Ronic. Yes. Caught in 4K. Sonic, you missing literally every single shot on the Ana. That's a tough one to watch back for sure. Take a look at some of the stats. Epic Shock 26-4 on that map. Andrew putting on quite a performance on that Mizuki as well. Top kills go to Sonic Ronic on the Shion. Good looks from the Toucanets. They tie up our series 1-1. It's looking like a good one, folks, so you're going to want to stay tuned. Map number 3 coming at you after a short little break. Don't go anywhere. More Overwatch Clash continues after this.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Welcome back, everyone. Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 6. With a tied series after 2. The Toucanets looked like a revitalized team on their offense, completely running over the Chi-Town Chillers as we move over to map number 3 now. Shambali Monastery as picked by the Chillers. Toucanets first banning out the Orisa. The Freya ban in response from the Chillers. I thought this ban from the Chillers, a bit surprising, considering how well Frustrator had been playing, but when you take a look at the rosters, maybe it makes a little bit more sense, as we are going to have Spicy coming in to play DPS, actually swapping from that tank role. We're going to put Fish back on tank Booney, coming back in on support. Other side, Toucanet's going to run with the same roster they did on map number 2.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Freya ban on Shambali is decent, like the first and third, but I think the second one's gonna be. I don't know. I feel like there has to be a better ban in there somewhere.
Yeah, the Orisa ban feels really strong. I think that was the main thing. Once Fish swapped to the Orisa, I think Epic Shock looked like it was a lot harder for him on the ball. So I like the Orisa ban, really enabling Epic Shock there. But yeah, the Freya ban. I mean, Intervent was looking really good on the Freya, to be fair, right? Intervent, I think he was consistently winning the Freya duels over Frustrator. And with Frustrator out, maybe that's the idea. With him on the bench, you don't care about you don't need to have a Freya because Spicy's not going to play Freya. So that's potentially the idea.
Yeah. Are with side swap? I think it's one button, right?
Yeah, so we're good to go. They are, yeah. Interesting note here. The Toucanets choosing to attack first on this map. I mean, it is in the rulebook that you can choose what side the winning team, though a lot of teams usually don't bother with it. However, the Toucanets, they would just prefer to attack anyways here. Maybe trying to keep up that fast momentum that they had from the end of last map.
Definitely. He's ready. Vin is hovering the Mei. We talked about before, Vin says he plays a lot of Mei. I believe played a lot of Mei this season.
I believe it is his most played hero this season. I'm fairly confident. I think
Baka's pick is real.
No, I'm sure he's swapping. I think they're going for the shot through the window here, probably. No, maybe not.
Yeah.
There is a sneaky shot on the spawn room here. If you stand on this little ledge, you can't see it, but I'm showing it on stream. If you stand on this ledge with a mercy pocket, you can actually one-shot somebody on Widowmaker if you have the mercy pocket. But that's not what they're doing. They're just gonna potentially looking for a grapple shot, and bonks his head on the ceiling, and we're paused. All right, good start. I wonder if it was a DC, potentially. Game froze, says Baka. Mid fight, says Spicy.
Mid fight? That was like one widow
Bro,
shot.
nobody's
One widow
nobody's
shot.
taken damage. There's been 18 damage done total. We are not mid fight. Okay, what are we talking about here? This is the opposite of mid fight. Swapping all 5 now. Twisted Minds pause. Oh, an insult worse than a lot of things. So, Toucanets starting here on their attack. It is a nice adaptation, a good slow plus wall combo there from the Chillers. Running into the backline now, Fish looking for intervent. Doesn't quite get a kill on the Sojourn, but they're going to clean up the rest of the team. And this is kind of the idea from the Chillers team comp, is they're just going to be stacked as 5 and be able to walk into the backline knowing that Epic Shock can't really do anything about it. If this ball tries to slam in, they're slamming into 5 people. They get chained, they get frozen, they get pulled down by that vortex. It's so hard to deal with. And so
With some fighting words in the match chat as well.
it's getting heated. It's getting really heated here. The good news here for the Toucanets is that they're going to have a lot of the side angle control. Sonic Ronic has just been able to play this angle completely uncontested, and Epic Shock just kind of slamming into the back line, looking for anything. But the Chillers are just staying so grouped up, they can't find any value, and Intervent on point in a lot of trouble now. Form out from Fish, looking for the punches, missing a lot of them onto Andrew, and anti-nade from Baka as well. And so that is going to be the fight win of the Toucanets. They finally get this payload moving.
Yeah, that is the weakness to this Chiller's comp, is if one person gets picked off, you're just 4v5ing now, and you just full walk at them.
Mm-hmm. So difficult. Epic Shock hiding in the back here. I don't think the Chillers know that this ball is here. Eventually makes himself known. Booney sees him out. Slam mines onto Spicy. They get the pistol, but there was a mine above your head. Look out, Spicy. You didn't see it. Blizzard on point does freeze up the Mizuki, but that's pretty much only one that's getting frozen with that one. Intervent popping the overclock just to make sure this fight gets done. And with those late staggers, there's not going to be any touch here, and the Toucanets going to cap point A. 4 minutes to go on their attack.
Finn did use the Blizzard there. Not... They probably want that one back, honestly.
Yeah. It's so hard to use Blizzard. I think, normally when you play Mei, you just throw the Blizzard on the tank, but the ball pretty much almost never going to get frozen. And the Nano Boost here, Baka has taken an incredible flank, and the Chillers just had no idea that he was here. Threw down the Nano onto Epic Shock, getting the work done. Fish trying to turn it with the Annihilation, but it's a 3v2, and with Basket falling down, it's only one Ramatra left. They're going to clean it up.
Yeah, an unfortunate ult the way of Fish. Saw a vision. Not quite able to follow through on it, though.
And Fish swaps back over to the Sigma now.
They swapped to more of a poke comp. Like, the cast Sig is interesting.
Baka was still on the flank there, thought that maybe the Chillers wouldn't have noticed, but that time Vind and Spicy spotted them out. They take down the Ana. Andrew fell shortly after. They did have to be careful to touch the point. 0.78 meters. Epic Shock almost backcapped that one, almost stole it away. The Chillers do get on it. They hold here, and it did cost the mind heal from the Toucanets.
Already 30% back to the minefield again, though. Not the best timing on... Not the best ult to get used for the side of the Tri-Town Chillers.
Epic Shock chain here in the back. Rocket goes a little bit wide there from Fish. But the Kitsune rush is good here from Basket. Andrew's Sanctuary can only do so much when you have 5 members of the Chillers in your face. Epic Shock does just about get away, but doesn't mean they won the fight. In fact, the Chillers starting a really nice hold here. That this time bank was 4 minutes now, down to 1:20. It's getting a little dicey for the Toucanets. The ult bank still not looking great, and these late staggers are brutal.
Yeah. Shocking 96% to this minefield again.
We'll see, though. The one good thing you can do with Blizzard is Blizzard just cancels out Minefield if you layer them on top of each other. And sometimes that's just value. Nice rock plus chain combo there onto Epic Shock. Forced to use the adaptive shielding, but it's just not enough to keep you alive. What a nice chain there by Booney, catching out the ball mid-air. 30 seconds left now for the Toucanets, and Fish dropped. Might be looking for these kills. If they could pick it up, could be huge. No, it's just going to back up, play it safe. Toucanets are going to get one last fight. Epic Shock definitely will be back, and they're trying to take this rotate onto the high ground. Bucket plus Sonic Ronic. It might be a nano-boosted spree for the Toucanets, their last-ditch effort on their attack here. Vin going to throw down the Blizzard on point, but goes down before they even got into the rock. However, Sonic Ronic dies before their spree or the Nano Boost could come out. Nano Boost instead goes on to Epic Shock. Andrew in a lot of trouble here. Fish looking for the shots onto the Kiriko. Can't quite hit him. Eventually gets the spheres. Has the Flux in hand. Rock is good onto Intervent as well. Only 2 members from the Toucanets alive. Sonic Ronic comes back from spawn, though. The respawn is there. Spree takes down Fish before he had a chance to use his own ultimate. Maybe still winnable for the Toucanets. Vind is swapped over to Sim, though. The beam is so strong. Their microwave on point. TP'd to safety just in case he needs it, but I don't know if he does. They're holding on for so long. Fish gonna come back in with the Flux to boot. Kitsune rush from basket. Might just do it. The beam, a little too strong here from Vind. He might have gotten taken down with another rock from Fish, plus the Flux. Eventually it's gonna end here for the Toucanets. The Chiller is gonna hold them here on second point.
Yeah. The dream for the 3-1 Demons are still alive, somehow. Looking at the scoreboard. I mean, yeah, we got Fish at 20-4, Finn at 18-5. Very standout performances from those two.
Yeah, Vind showing why he's played so much Mei this season. Such a menace on it. A few fights where he's getting those first picks just make all the difference. And so what do you do for the Toucanets? They need to hold on second. They do make some swaps. Andrew onto the Kiriko. Intervent playing the Freya. Oh my god. Oh my god. 6-7, chat. 6-7.
6-7. One weakness I do think the Toucanets have is that Epic Shock plays ball and Winston. They want to play poke. There is not really...
Andrew slept. Nice little teabag from Intervent. Getting the point across. Spicy's going to play the Cass here. A little bit different than what they were doing before. Intervent on this Ashe. Might be able to put some pressure if he's not as marked out, but I imagine Fish and Vin will be making sure that the Ashe doesn't go completely uncovered. And yeah, Chillers walk into the high ground.
Suzu instead of basket first.
That counter nade actually is good as well. Second one got onto Booney there. They pick up the kill. However, Fish has just walked into this back line and taken down 2. Trades are here. It's a 2v2. Sonic Ronic biking into the back, looking for Vind. Does pick up that one. It's only Fish alive for now. The respawns are better for the Chillers. So eventually Sonic Ronic is going to have to back up here. Needs to make sure not to die for this, though. Hiding in the corner. Fish knows about it. Can he jump over the wall? He doesn't know how to jump the rock over the wall. That works. Fish giving the assistance there, keeping Sonic Ronic alive. A little goofy there. Sonic, I don't think he knew that he can't jump over that. He had the bike the whole time. He just decided to save it. So, as the Chillers, they round the corner now. Epic Shock gets flashbang there. Chain is good. Did get the Mega Pack. And so the ball just about able to make it out. Sonic Ronic is in the back causing all sorts of problems. It's end up being a trade 1-for-1, but I think the Kiriko going down is going to favor the Toucanets. However, it's a big flux on the other side. Fish, Blizzard counter it as well. Spicy going to clean up both kills, but it was all Fish and Vin doing the work for that one. Spicy with the little cheeky 3K here as the Chillers get the point A cap.
Very good job from the side of the Chillers to cap this point as fast as possible. I may say one, they pretty much have to cap the entirety of second point, though.
However, this was the same time bank that the Toucanets had on their attack, so we know it can be held. As you know, we've seen the Chillers just do it. We'll see if the Toucanets can do it as well. Ults in hand, almost 5 of them. Chain out from Booney onto Epic Shock. Sanctuary as well, counteract this nano spree coming in from Sonic Ronic, but it's just not enough. The Sanctuary, it had to do more there for the Chillers, but there's only so much the Spirits can do. 2 ults invested by the Toucanets. They get the hold, but they're going to need a lot more.
Yeah, Toucanets did a very good job of holding their ults and only ulting what was needed. Recognizing this spree plus nano can kill enough people to not worry about the rest of the fight.
Mines in here from Epic Shock. Splitting off many members of the Chillers. Basket the first to fall. Booney in a lot of trouble. Anti-nade came through from Baka. Does get the health pack, but Spicy doesn't get a health pack of their own. Epic Shock still chasing this kill. Gonna get it. Vind and Spicy left alone. Vind and Fish left alone on point. Fish gonna get out. Not die for it. 2 minutes already off the clock there. Toucanets doing a very good job. This forward hold is super strong. Being able to hit every time the Chillers want to walk up here. Epic Shot's just looking for the slam. They do see it, though. Spicy putting some pressure there. Our slam comes through onto Spicy. Bob as well into the back line from Intervent. Spicy using the high noon. Does catch out Epic Shock there. Great peel from the supports of the Chillers as well, just to make sure that he didn't go down. But on the other side, Intervent and Andrew, they've combined for 2 kills their own. Fish and Vind were on the cart there, but they didn't do anything to help their backline from those long shots. Now Epic Shock is back, so it's just a numbers advantage on the point here for the Toucanets, meaning the Fish is going to use that flux, catches on to 2 members. Sonic not quite done with this fight, though. Going in with the spree. Trying to find anything is not going to make it work. Vind just making sure that it's won with this Blizzard. Now it's kind of desperate here for the Toucanets. Epic Shock did trade out 1, but with Baka dying late there, they're going to have to take this fight potentially down 4v3. Epic Shock slamming in, coming in with the mines from high. Fish split off completely here. Maybe the target spinning around in a circle. Epic Shock just trying to stall it out as long as they can, knowing Baka's coming back with that nano boost. But the huge wall from Vind. Now nano boost onto Intervent. Last-ditch effort here for the Toucanets. Gets frozen out from Vind, though. Deep Freeze perk does magic. And that might just seal it for the Chillers here. The follow-up kills are good. And the Chi-Town Chillers going to take us to match point.
Yeah.
Play of the game.
We don't play Sonic Chronic here to play the game.
Stat scoreboard end of the
Epic
game
Shock got an
here.
objective time?
Of course, ball rolling around, just the cart pusher. Booney says. Look at some of the stats. Fish 33 and 5. What an incredibly dominant map from him. You can see why the Chillers picked Shambali. It's Fish's playground. It's seeming like this guy is always every single time I see Fish play this map, it's just incredible from him. And this was more of the same. Chi-Town Chillers go up 2-1 in the series. We'll see if they can close it out, or if the Toucanets take us to map number 5 after a short little break. Don't go anywhere. More Overwatch Clash continues after this.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it. These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Welcome back, everyone, to Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 6. Chi-Town Chillers up 2-1 after a nice showing there on Jabali Monastery, and now taking us to map number 4, Lijiang Tower. Picked by the Toucanets Chillers, going to use their ball ban. Toucanets banning out the Mei in response. Here it is, Mistletoe. It's the ball ban. We all knew it was going to come eventually. And what are the Toucanets going to do now that their ball is banned?
Yeah, they did their best to ban out what they found the threat of the Vind May, but unfortunately, Vind is much more flexible than Epic Shock on the hero roster, and that will come back to bite them. Oh.
Yeah, we are going to have a few roster swaps here, as Frustrated are going to come back in here for Spicy. The Chillers, Dongwangler, of course, has to come back in, needs that second map of play time for the Toucanets. Pretty good map for him to do it on. Farah, very good here on Lijiang Tower, so I'm sure Toucanets probably picked the map knowing that it'd be so good for Dongwangler's hero pool.
Yeah, definitely. Starting on Garden.
Be interested to see what the Toucanets roll out. Mostly, when Ball has been banned this season, Epic Shock has played Winston. However, Winston not great on a lot of these brawlier maps, and so it is going to be the Demon start here. I will say, when my team scrimmed against the Toucanets this week, they did play Epic Shock on Demon for a map. I think this was their strategy, given the ball ban, is running this new tank, the Demon, which we've seen a little bit of in the league. Didn't You See Me has really been the one to have a lot of success with it. And so we'll see what Epic Shock can do piloting this new hero.
Just immediately falling low to the demon gun. I don't know what it's called yet.
Something, repulsor, I don't know. Anyways.
Repeater, I think. Something like that.
Oh, I can't even press F1 because I'm in spectator and it swaps characters. I don't know.
I'll Google it.
No idea what the abilities are called, but it's looking good. I mean, they get the first pick here. Has to be careful a little bit, Vind, on the sim. Just going to be beaming down Epic Shock. You know, that shield we saw got broken so quickly, but, you know, Dongwangler on this Freya, on this Farah, is going to be a big problem. Frustrator, it's really all on this Freya to mark it out. And if he can't do it, Dong is just going to find so much value here. Epic, Sonic Ronic, of course, playing the Xion as well. Just controlling his off angle so strongly here. Chillers make their way onto point. Getting this cap. Epic Shock is there for a touch, but the shield doesn't last very long, so he has to be careful not to die for this. And so eventually the flip is going to come here for the Chillers. This is what their comp is so strong with, but Dongwangler is in the backline with a barrage. And he's found both supports, a third with a boop off the map, and the Freya gets it done here. The flip was there, but Dongwangler single-handedly winning that fight for the Toucanets. They get the flip right back, 40% counting now.
Yeah, it's called a fusion repeater, by the way.
Fusion repeater?
Yeah.
What? Okay, yeah. They're just making up names or something. Fish taking a lot of poke there from the fusion repeater of Epic Shock. Does get the form, and the symbol is out here from Vin, so they've actually just stolen away the point in all of this. Kitsune Rush now out for both teams, but Fish gonna turn backwards with the Annihilation. It was the whatever it's, I can't even remember the old from Epic Shock. I should know that one at least.
Limit Break.
Limit Break,
Limit
that's it. I should have known that. Limit Break was good there onto a few members. The beat from Baka just stabling everyone. But if they can't kill this Ramattra, they're not going to be able to get point control. And Fish just stays alive through all of that. And the Chiller is now on the verge of taking the lead here.
Yeah. Big shock now. Going the right side of the map.
Dongwegler's already built up to a second barrage here. The first one was a fight winner. We'll see if this one can be the same. He drops in, but he just goes in front there, kind of hits the wall more than the enemies. And Epic Shock already losing mech so early in that fight means that the Chillers are just in full control here, 78% and counting now. Baka dies last there. It's going to be tough to get this touch. Sonicronic may have to swap over to the Tracer or something like that to do so. Epic Shock may be coming from the right side. Still, ults in hand, though, for the Chillers, so it's going to be a really hard fight now for the Toucanets walking into this high noon. A Frustrator walking into the speed. Deadeye out first, looking for Baka. Try to hide in the corner, but Baka takes him down, and the kills come through here for the Toucanets. How do they manage to do this? They had no ults, and they just run over the Chillers. It's not even close to the fight. No trades. They get the flip right back, and now they're back in it. Andrew, 20% away from the Kitsune Rush. If they can play this slow, get their ults built up, they have a chance here.
Vin won't say otherwise. Looking to TP across the high ground, it looks like.
Getting poked
Or
out by
swap
Dong
right.
so strong, though. They're just going to TP into the white room, play it safe. But maybe this slow approach isn't going to be the thing that pays off for them. Now they invest 3 ults, 4 on the board here. Going to throw them all into start, and Andrew goes down first. Dongwaggler always gets the one with the barrage. But Epic Shock losing mech means that there's no front line here for the Toucanets to hold this point any longer. The flip comes through, and Baka last alive for the touch isn't going to get it. And the Chi-Town Chillers 1 point away from taking the series.
Very close first point. Would not be surprised if this goes. Would not be surprised if this goes to a 0.3 in this map.
Potentially.
Also, if you're wondering, the baby demon is called Portable Fusion Repeater.
Awesome.
It's just the same thing.
I like Bunny Blaster a lot more. Bunny Blaster's a way better name than that. That's
Fusion
horrible.
Repeater is like
I'm
the
disappointed.
name you call it in development. Oh, Epic Shock on the Winston.
Here we go. The Demon. It did look pretty good, to be honest. I thought the Demon was not a terrible look for them, but Epic Shock a little bit more comfortable on the Winston. And so they're going to try something different. Sonic going to stay on the Venture. They ended up on that map. But the Chillers, they're just more than happy to do the same strategy of just TP to point and hold this space. Though, dive in here from Epic Shock. Basket in a lot of trouble. The Suzu was forced out early there. And Baka got Frustrator as well with the boop. Their trades are there. And Vind, the beam, does do enough. Fish as well. It's only Dongwaggler alive, 1v2, but Fish is full HP. And so the Chi-Town Chillers are going to get the point. It's a scrappy first fight.
Epic Shock a little bit overzealous there, walking at that sim even with the fully charged beam.
Still, though, undeterred, Sonicronic going into the back line. Dongwaggler as well. This duo, this dive is so brutal here. This poke, you know, they don't have the white room to sit in anymore. Dongwaggler and Sonic, this damage is just almost unavoidable for the Chillers. Their backline gets taken down there. They get the flip right back. And Vin going to swap over to the Reaper.
The previously mentioned DPS line for the Toucanets are also 70% to ults already.
Ooh, Epic Shock so low there. Vin walking forward, looking for the kill on the Winston, but the jump away is good there. However, Sonicronic, no dig available, is going to get taken down instead. Chillers make their way to point. They get the flip. This is the negative of the Toucanets comp. They just have no way of stalling out the point. However, what they do have is that poke damage. Dongwaggler getting it with that trade. And Andrew making sure that the far stays alive for a little bit longer. But Fish has gone so deep in the backline for these kills. He's super low. However, the trades are good for them. Still punching, even on 100 HP, doesn't even bother with pressing right click, and that's gonna cost him as Epic Shock comes back here. Sonic Ronic back from spawn as well, and the Toucanets get the flip. Horrible misplay by Fish there, just to think the fight was won. Didn't bother blocking a single time.
Yeah, don't know what the thought process there was.
And they use the ults. The Toucanets have 5 ults in hand here to hold this. Epic Shock going really low, just not choosing to use the Primal, though. Really nice job holding it for long, but he held it a little too long there. Needed to use it eventually, just didn't. Dongwaggler invested the barrage, didn't find anything from that. A huge blunder there by the Toucanets. They had 5 ults in hand, and they gave up the cap for basically nothing. Only the Kitsune Rush invested by the Chillers. We gotta press Q, guys. Come on.
I can vouch in chat, by the way, for what Baka just said. Yes. Baka just hit a boob, and I swear Fish went 0.1 meters.
Now all the ults invested here from both teams. Epic Shock down first with the Death Blossom. Trades are here, though. Sonic Ronic, always the guy that needs it. If there's somebody to get it done, it is going to be the captain. It's a 3K for him. Make it 4. The Venture popping off here, keeping his team's hopes alive.
Yeah.
And now, what do you do here? Toucanets. Dongwaggler, the only person close to an ult. Sonic hiding in the corner. Epic Shock gets slowed there. Booney in a lot of trouble, though. Epic Shock picks up that kill. He did jump all the way into the backline to do it. He is going to survive, though. Now Epic Shock looking for more. Doesn't have the bubble, though. Has to be very careful. Vind is here. So much damage coming out from this Reaper. He is survive. However, the same cannot be said for Sonic Ronic. And now the Chillers have made their way to point. Starting this cap, Epic Shock does die for it. I think that's a huge mistake there by Epic Shock. Dying in the overtime. He gets the overtime spawns 14 seconds. He could have regrouped with his team, but now he's going to be back so late on the Monkey. He can't swap to the ball for the touch. They're going to have to do it without the tank. Now, Andrew goes in. First touch gets taken down pretty much immediately. Barrage from Dongwaggler finds nothing. And that's going to be it. Celebratory Kitsune Rush here from Basket, just to make sure there's no hope left for the Toucanets, and the Chi-Town Chillers gonna get their 3-1 win signature at this point and remain undefeated 6-0 through the first 2 stages.
6-3-1 for the Chi-Town Chillers.
Play of the game.
Now is our part, Dave. The fun part. Who do you give MVP to?
So hard. Chillers, I mean, I think they played really well. Everyone on the Chillers played really well. We talked a little bit before who I thought it could go to. Take one last look at the scoreboard here. I do have a name that I really like. Maybe that map they weren't as like impactful, but for most of that series, I think Booney played phenomenally today.
Yes, I agree with that.
All right.
Definitely.
So we can hopefully get Booney in here for winner's interview. Hopefully in just a sec. And there he is. Congratulations, Booney, on your victory and your MVP. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. We beginning of the stage, looked at our group. It was definitely a Thanos-looking group. Speedsters, Toucanets, and Kiyosan's all looking really strong. But to finish out 3-0 is feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we saw some good looks from you. You guys won 3-1 again. What's up with that? Why is your team always 3-1ing every game? Why can't you guys just win 3-0?
All I can say is I hope I don't win 3-1 as I clock into a shift at the 3-1 factory. That's all I can say, man.
I spoke to Spicy before this, and he pointed out that you win 3-1, and you always lose map 1 or 2.
It's always map 2, yeah. It's unfortunate. Hey, we win 3-1 every week, but I've only lost 2 maps this season, and one of them was when Fish was trolling on DPS. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you didn't lose any maps today. Of course, I thought your Mizuki was really impressive. I think you were chaining Epic Shock pretty much on cooldown. Many times he just got chained and just died. What is it like playing into a team that is just so reliant on the ball? Like, how do you prepare for a team like this?
It was probably good for us to have like the diet Toucanets and the Kitasans in the same stage, so we kind of figured out how to play against a ball. Epic Shock is probably like the best ball in the league though, so definitely map 1 I was struggling because my timing was off on the chains like with his shield and stuff, but after map 1 we kind of adapted really well to that. We kind of weighed that out. We had some bait set up. We had like it's spicy on Shambhala, like running around alone. Then we just TP in and chain and get the kill on the ball. So I think it's really tough to prepare for a team like Toucanets because nobody plays their comp at all except for them really to this level. So it's kind of like adapt as we go. And I think we kind of saw we got better throughout the series here with our hero swaps and just how we played.
For sure.
Sure.
What do you got, Mistletoe?
All I gotta say is that the level what am I now? My level 6 now Mizuki goes crazy.
It's crazy. It
It
does
is.
go crazy.
It was pretty good. What do you
I
got?
How's
got
Diamond
one
Topaz?
hour in all modes except for scrims and playtime here, so look out.
Hey,
In the words of Topaz, playtime is fake.
sure.
Press E on big round hamster.
Yeah, they made it smaller,
have
so
my-
it's harder to hit. So
Slightly smaller.
Nah, I didn't notice. I got a shot at myself. My chain accuracy on Shambhala Monster is 76%. All right,
I know
take that.
it seemed crazy. It was really good.
I'll take it.
I have my question, of course. Gonna give MVP to someone else on the other team. Who would it be?
It's easy to say Epic Shock. I do want to give a shout out to that backline of Baka and Andrew. I think they had a really good game. I know Andrew is like known as the Kiri guy, but his Mizuki got me in the stat sheet, so good showing from Andrew there. But I'm gonna give it to the captain. I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Sonic Ronic. That Shion is nasty. And
sure.
it's easy to shut down like the ball by himself, but when you have Sonic in your backline and the Shion as well, it definitely makes things a lot more difficult. So shout out to Sonic for being the best Robin that Epic Shock could probably ask for.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a few fights where the only reason why the Toucanets were winning is because Sonic just goes crazy and kills everybody.
It's so annoying too because Sonic is really good at the bikes. So it's just you're sitting there doing nothing. All of a sudden you get hit and run by Sonic Ronic on the Shion, and you just get absolutely obliterated with the follow through of Epic Shock. So yeah, that dude was very scary.
All right. And of course, last question for you. El Clasico, if you weren't MVP and to give it to someone else on your team, who would it be and why?
Same thing I did previously. Just give a shout out. I think I'll give a shout to Spicy coming in playing the bait casts on Shambhala Monastery, kind of giving up their own fun and gameplay for the team's success. But I think that today I'll go ahead and I'll also shout to Basket. Really good flex support for me to pair with. But I'll give a shout out to Fish. I think that Fish deserves the.
Okay, so we're just
MVP.
giving a shout out to everyone on the team at this point. Like, just
No Vin. The beef is back on.
okay. So
No
everyone
shout
but
to
Vin
today.
also didn't mention Frustrator. So you hate that guy too,
Yeah,
apparently.
so you're putting me on the spot. I wasn't gonna shout everybody out, but now you're making me look like an asshole. So
Well, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to say one person. That's how this goes.
Right, fine. F my team. I love Fish.
There you
Dictator
go.
Chiller.
Okay, fantastic.
I think that he had a really good game plan going in like every map, and the bans were mostly him today. So I think he's had a really good understanding of how to win this series. So not even just like the gold damage in the maps, but just the out of game communication stuff as well that Fish brings. I think was massive.
There you go. All right.
So thank you, Booney, for answering the question to shout out the other team and not the person who lost the final fight like some people do in this league.
Yeah, big shout out to who let me think here. Baka touched first, so shout out to them. I don't know.
But it was
I'm trying to be
Epic Shock just throwing his life away on Winston when it was like 90%. And he could have just jumped away.
Hey,
That
you gotta respect the man for pulling up the Winston in 2026.
That was brutal.
Gotta respect him, you know.
Do. All right,
The
but
Pain Factory.
that's gonna be it for the interview, Vinny. Thank you for chatting with us. Always a joy.
Oh,
And
and
congratulations.
A final shout out to my mom. She's down in my living room watching this game right now.
Fantastic.
hell yeah.
Hello,
She's
Boonies.
visiting
Shut up,
Mom.
Looney Mom.
to babysit the dogs this weekend. So
All right.
yeah,
Well,
shout out,
congratulations
Mom.
on the MVP, and good luck to you guys on maybe potentially getting an undefeated season.
Thank you.
But that is going to be it for us here on the Prod. Chi-Town Chillers 6-0 through 6 games. I mean, I think pretty clearly the best team in the league at the moment. We'll see if anyone can take them down in Stage 3 or if they are going to go undefeated. We'll have to see, though, with when the next groups come out. But for now, that is going to be it for Mistletoe. I've been Nave. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good night.